Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Petty the Podcast. I'm your host, Tito Alvin, and in this podcast, we talk about the hottest topics, trending issues, and everything pretty and petty. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button and the notification bell para notified ka sa mga new episodes. Kung sa Spotify ka naman nakikinig, you can follow our podcast sa Spotify by going back to the main page and then click nyo lang yung follow button. You may also follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok by going to the link you see at the bottom of your screen. Okay, ito question sa inyong lahat na nakikinig. No? Na-experience nyo na bang ma-hospital? Or ma-admit sa isang ospital? Or na-experience nyo na bang palipat-lipatin kayo ng ospital kasi hindi available yung services na kailangan nyo sa ospital na yon? Or na-experience nyo na ba na mabigyan kayo ng maling diagnosis ng isang doktor? Kung hindi, ang sagot nyo sa lahat ng tanong na yan, good for you. Ang swerte-swerte mo. Unfortunately, that is not the case for some of our kababayans dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya this week, pag-uusapan natin ang sitwasyon ng healthcare dito sa Pilipinas. Okay, a few weeks back, habang nagsuscroll ako sa Facebook, nakita ko yung post nung isa kong friend. No? Gagaliti siya. Galit na galit siya. Ramdam na ramdam ko yung galit niya sa post niya. And upon reading her post, gets ko kung bakit siya galit na galit. So, eto ka na nga. Charot. Chismosa lang. Anyway, story time. So, sabi ng friend ko sa post niya, her brother was in a vehicular accident last January. So, nakasakay daw sila sa isang e-jeep tapos nawala ng brake. They were brought to a public hospital somewhere in Bulacan by the e-jeep operator. They arrive at the hospital around 9 p.m. and na-x-ray sila around 9:30 p.m. na. So, medyo matagal yung wait time. No? 30 minutes matagal yon for someone who has been in an accident. So, the whole time na naghihintay yung kuya niya na ma-x-ray, nagko-complain ng pain sa tagiliran. I believe sa left side nung kuya niya, meron daw masakit sa left side sa tagiliran. So, nung tinignan nila, walang visible injuries, walang sugat, kaya walang binigay na initial treatment. After 1.5 hours, no, 11 p.m., they were able to talk to the doctor, and by this time, no, they were already exhausted, pagod na raw sila, tapos yung kuya niya still in pain. So the doctor looked at the x-ray, at ang sabi daw is, quote-unquote, wala naman daw problema. So, kung walang problema, bakit may pain na nararamdaman yung pasyente? So, nag-request sila ng CT scan. Ang sabi daw ng doktor, mahal daw yung CT scan. Hindi daw yan sasagutin ng operator. Okay, so ako to, habang nagbabasa, no, parang, wait lang. Pag gano'n ako, wait lang. Bakit nakasalalay sa laman ng wallet ng operator yung medical assistance na kailangan na ibibigay nyo sa akin? Una-una, wala akong pake kung kaya niyang bayaran o hindi. Kaya wala yan sa priority ng mga kailangan kong isipin during that time. That time, ang kailangan ko is ma-diagnose ako ng tama. Di ba? Wala akong pakialam kung mababayaran yan o hindi eh. Ang importante is malaman kung saan nanggagaling yung pain. Di ba? Anyway, they still insisted for a CT scan. So, they got a referral. Di ko sure kung ba't may referral. Baka wala silang CT scan doon. So, they got a referral and they were cleared by the hospital to go home. O kahit may pain, sige, pwede na raw, cleared na raw para umuwi. The following morning, no, the next day, they decided to go to a private hospital to have the CT scan. So, nagpunta sa private hospital, nagpa-CT scan, tapos while waiting for the result, they were checked by a trauma surgeon for a physical exam. Ang sabi ng trauma surgeon sa kanila ay need daw niyang mag-undergo ng emergency surgery because apparently may rupture na sa spleen ng kuya niya from the impact from the accident. So they went for the emergency surgery. My friend mentioned that there was internal bleeding and the damage to the spleen was severe and it could not be saved. So mind blown ang lolo mo nung binabasa ko yung post ng friend kong to, no? Kasi akala ko ba walang problema tapos biglang hello ruptured spleen, di ba? So sabi naman ng friend ko, no, yung kuya naman niya is already out of danger, still recovering ata. But he will be immunocompromised for the rest of his life. Pero wait, eto ka pa nga. So, they filed a complaint against dun sa initial doctor na nagsabing wala namang problema. Pero, iniiwasan sila ng doktor. They requested ata for them to meet, to face the complaint, pero hindi daw nakikipag-meet yung doktor sa kanila. Nakakaloka ang doktor na to, ha? Paano naging doktor to? So, ayun na nga. Imagine mo na lang, paano kung nangyari to sa taong walang-wala? Sige, imagine mo, walang-wala yung tao, sa kanya nangyari to. Parang disaster, di ba? Yung hindi niya afford maghanap ng second opinion, yung taong walang perang pambayad for medical procedures like CT scan, ang panghahawakan lang nila is yung unang diagnosis na walang problema. Na simpleng bugbog lang yan from the accident. Pero in reality pala nalurunod na yung mga organs mo due to internal bleeding. So kung tinatanong nyo, kung bakit sa public hospital dinala, bakit hindi sa private, well, dun sila dinala nung operator, nung Egypt, di ba? Most likely, alam ng operator na sila ang mag-shoulder ng cost ng medical expenses. So malamang sa malamang, dadalhin sila sa facility kung saan kaya nila magbayad, which is a public hospital, no? Hindi natin sila masisisi kasi hindi din naman nila ginusto na magkaroon ng aksidente, di ba? Pero kasi, a lot of people are placing their trust sa mga public institutions like this. And sometimes, hindi ko nilalahat, the people running these hospitals looks at these people na quote-unquote walang pambayad as second-rate citizens. And as second-rate citizens, they don't deserve the highest quality of care that they deserve. Nakakalungkot lang, nakakasad lang na parang ganun yung iniisip ng mga tao nagpapatakbo ng ospital. Pero hindi ito isolated case. Marami na din akong nababasa at naririnig about sa mga public hospitals dito sa Pilipinas. It's either sobrang tagal ng wait time, sobrang haba ng pila, mainit, hindi organized yung proseso, and ang sabi na nga nung iba mas mataas na nga daw yung chance mong mategi kaysa makuha yung care that you deserve. Of course, mahirap din namang ibuhos lahat ng blame sa mga public hospitals kasi makakagalaw lang sila based on the budget that they receive, no, from the government. For sure, hindi naman ganun kalaki ang sweldo ng mga doctors from public hospitals compared sa yung mga nasa private. But still, it's not an excuse. Para sa akin, ganito lang yan kaya kong tiisin yung init. Yung tagal na paghihintay, kaya kong tiisin yan. Kung wala akong maupuan habang naghihintay, kaya kong tiisin yan. Kung walang budget yung hospital para solusyonan yung mga problemang yan, kaya ko yang tiisin. Pero, the moment na ako na yung nakasalang para tignan ng doktor, para bigyan ng diagnosis, I deserve the highest level of care that they can provide. Kung paano ititreat ng mga public hospital doctors yung mga sarili nilang pamilya pag nagkasakit sila, ganong ding treatment ang gusto kong makuha. Okay? May empathy at may care. Hindi yung bara-bara. Ito pa, napansin nyo ba na yung mga mayayaman, yung may mga pera, kapag kailangan nila magpa-hospital, pupunta sila sa ibang bansa to seek for medical care. Isn't that a reflection of how shitty the healthcare system here in the Philippines? Kung yung may mga pera nga ayaw magtiwala sa mga ospital dito paano na lang yung mga walang-wala? Wala silang choice. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm not generalizing here. There are bad doctors, there are bad hospitals, Pero, meron din namang maayos na medical facilities at maayos na doctors. Pero, hindi ba dapat standard naman yan across the board? We are talking about healthcare here. Hindi ba dapat regardless whether you're in public or private hospitals, dapat standard ang level of care na binibigay sa mga pasyente? Di ba? So, this should be like a wake-up call to those sitting in power, both local and national government. Baka oras na para bigyan din ng pansin yung healthcare system dito sa Pilipinas. Better yet, naisip ko lang to, baka dapat yung mga politicians, yung mga nakaupo sa government, kapag kailangan nila ng hospitalization or medical care, dapat sa public hospital lang sila tanggapin, hindi sa private. Dapat sa public hospitals. Since government sila nagwo-work, gamitin nila yung mga government facilities na meron tayo. Hindi yung magbubook sila ng first class ticket papuntang Singapore or US para magpagamot. Dapat nilang may experience firsthand kung gaano kabulok yung sistema ng mga hospitals dito. Maybe, just maybe, kapag naranasan at nakita nila yung mga problema at sitwasyon sa mga public hospitals, baka may gawin silang paraan para maayos ang sistema. Sabi nga ng friend ko, yung healthcare dito sa Pilipinas doesn't suck. Public healthcare does. Maayos naman ang sistema sa mga private hospitals. Yun nga lang, mahal magpagamot sa private. Since a lot of people can't afford healthcare from private institutions, they don't have a choice but to go to public hospitals. Pero, pagpasok mo sa isang public hospital, bakit yung feeling kakaiba? I mean, instead of feeling relieved that you or your family will be taken care of, bakit minsan may feeling ng may raffle? Yung palang nasa raffle ka. Baka kakuha ka ba ng matinong doktor o hindi? Meron ba silang ganitong medical services o wala? Or worst, lalabas pa ba ako dito ng buhay o hindi na? Okay, ayan, napakaseryoso mo naman, Tito Alvin. Okay lang yan, kailangan pag-usapan yan eh. So, thank you so much for joining me today in this episode. Please don't forget to like and share this episode, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our podcast on Spotify. You can also follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok by going to the link you see at the bottom of your screen, or just go to linktr.ee/prettypettythepodcast. Also, kung bet nyo yung suot kong shirt today, I'll show it to you guys like this. Decapitated. So, yan ang mangyayari sa inyo kapag pangit na ospital ang pinuntahan nyo. Charot! Kung bet yung shirt ko today, it's now available sa Facebook page ng friends natin from La Manila. So, there are 2 new designs that you can choose from apart from the earlier designs na meron na sila. So, if you're looking for urban style shirts and caps, I highly recommend La Manila because they have the high quality shirts and caps for a fraction of the cost. So you can visit La Manila's page at facebook.com/La Manila. And if you're a brand looking for partnership and collaboration, please send me an email at prettypettythepodcast@gmail.com. And with that, lagi nating tatandaan to always stay pretty at huwag maging petty. Bye-bye! Stay healthy, guys!